Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to Lani.All.Inclusive. Before we get into this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the inclusive vibes, alright? Hit the notification bell to be notified every time that I upload. And let's go ahead and talk about some things because there's been a lot going on up here and I am ready to discuss. So, let's begin. Yeah. Run up a check, yeah. So first of all, I started filming the Halloween podcast episode and that will be uploaded on Wednesday because that's my schedule, obviously. And then Halloween is Thursday, which is insane. It's insane because for me, this is not just any old Halloween. This is me going to my boob consultation. And I have been really just in my head about this. I'm super nervous. But I know that I want to change. Like, I don't know everything regarding it. Like, I did read you guys' comments and, like, thank you for all of your guys' like, advice because I need to know these things. I am really excited to just go and talk to the first doctor about this surgery, so that's gonna be so freaking exciting and I cannot wait to vlog it and bring you guys, okay? Like, Jesus, like, just keep up with it, all right? So that's that, and I obviously am gonna be dressing up and doing a Halloween episode because obviously, like, Wednesday, it's like perfect timing. So, and I really want to dress up for an episode, so I'm gonna do that Monday, film it, because everything was supposed to get here Friday, but it won't get here until Monday, so I just have to wait until it gets here. But I'm super excited to dress up, and yeah, it's gonna be so fun. But so, like, what kind of inspired this episode today was basically, you know, I was just like, sometimes, I don't know if you guys do this, but like, I'll talk to myself, I'll have these like conversations like in my head with myself about certain things, like my opinions, you know, like things that I don't agree with or things that I disagree with or whatever. And it's more, I'm more so like talking about like Generation X and then Generation Z, Gen Z. So I am Gen Z. I was born in 1997 and yeah, so I'm Gen Z, love that for me, okay, whatever. But, you know, obviously, like, my family, like my mom, obviously, like, they are Gen X. So, just like the difference of like me and my mom, because I kind of feel like Khloe Kardashian, how she lives so close to Kris Jenner, and that's how I feel about my mom. And like, there's a lot of things about Kris Jenner that kind of really, it's like my mom emulates my mom, whatever, vice versa. Like, I see a lot of Kris Jenner in my mother, and yes, it's like annoying, but like, yes, I love my mom to death and she's very special to me. And I kind of opened up about that on like the first or second episode, but you know, I'm not really close with my father, but I am very close with my mom. You know, there's a lot of differences. There's just like a lot of, you know, things that we don't agree with. Like, I mean, me and my mom have never really truly had the same style or like the same taste in things. And like, as I've got older, yes, I have obviously grown fond of, you know, certain things that she likes and like in her taste and stuff. By the way, I have this pimple sticker on and I feel like this is so Gen Z of me to like say this right now. But I got the little like star stickers for the pimples, and they literally have them in nude. They have them in neutral colors. Like, I'm obsessed with that. I'm like, wow, so my house can match my fucking pimple stickers. That's literally so Gen Z. I'm so sorry, but I would just like have these arguments like with myself about certain things that don't align with me or that I don't agree with. And like, some of these things are, hold on, let me hear these just in case. It's like, hold on, let me hear. That's just for now because you guys, oh my god, my freaking eyelash just came off. That is so tragic. Hold on. I don't know if my eyelash came off or not, but Nothing can stop this train, okay? Nothing. Yeah, so like what basically kind of inspired this video? I want to be talking about Gen Z versus, no, Gen X versus Gen Z in this episode. I really want to just kind of go through like just these conversations that I just have with myself about certain things that I don't approve of or things that don't align with me, certain just like, the difference, because this kind of happened like I was just having this like I was just talking with myself, like having this argument like over like something that my mom said, okay? And my mom is obviously G- Generation X. She is over 40, and I am generation and I am generation and I am Gen Z. Obviously, I was born in 1997, so we love that. Okay, we love that, and I definitely see the differences. And this is just like something that I was thinking about in my head, like, okay, like this is how you felt, or this is how you feel, or this is like what you had to go through. This is what you had to do. Gen Z probably don't have to go through that, don't have to do things the same way. It's just like these, and I love my mom to death. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love my mom. Mom, if you're watching this, you know that I love you. And I talked about this like and I talked about this briefly, like in getting to know me, like in my first or two episodes. Like, I don't have a close relationship with my father, but I do with my mother, and I love her very, very much, like to death. And, obviously, you know, don't get offended by things that I'm going to say upcoming, but it's just like, we'll have this conversation like about parenting. And there's certain ways that she parented. Obviously, like me, I'm the product, and we love me. Like, I love how she raised me and all of that. But like I said, there are differences. And, she's like, because I'm a single parent, my mom did get married 3 times. Um, and I feel like that's very Gen Z. Like, we're not getting married. We're not going to rush into that. And that's very, like, no offense, but like Generation X. I really hope I don't offend anybody, because it's just like my opinions and like my thoughts and like what I think. But like, obviously, like baby boomers and like all of those. But, you know, she got married 3 times, and the third one is a charm. And, so I don't know. I think that she probably was single, but I don't know if she really like stayed single for a long time and was doing that like single parent life. And she was like in the army, so like always kind of gone and like always like really busy with work. So, I don't know if she really like, cuz like she like left me when I was like 3. Like, my mom left me when I was super young, and I grew up with my grandma and my papa, because she had to go like to Kosovo, like she had to travel for work. So like, I don't know if she truly ever truly did that like single mom, single life parenting. If she did, it like wasn't for long. And so like me, like being a single parent, it's like I cook, I clean, I work, and I take care of my son. I do everything that I need to like do. I do everything that I need to do. But like, when you're single, plus running basically a goddamn empire and like doing everything yourself, like with the videos and like everything like behind the scenes, like, like I'm doing everything. I don't have a manager, plus taking care of my son. It gets very challenging. It gets very tough. And I clean up like once a week, Sunday reset, whatever. It's like I don't have the time to keep cleaning up like after my kid. Like, my son obviously is like 7, so he like makes messes and blah blah blah. And that's just gonna happen like when you have kids. But I just feel like I don't want to clean up. I don't have time. Like, once I clean up, it should stay cleaned. Things are organized, and then I can kind of focus and do what I have to do. And I feel like what I'm saying like definitely sounds so Gen Z, but I'm saying, sounds probably like ridiculous, like to like a Generation X. Like, no, like I was a single parent, like I took care of my kid, like I cooked, I cleaned, I cleaned up every day. Like, my point of this is like I feel like a lot of, and I do feel like back in the day they had nannies, but like I'm seeing now, like we have nannies that are international nannies. Like, couples are going on, extravagant vacations, and they have a nanny there with them, or they have their maids, they're cleaners, people to clean and pick up, because you have so much, like a lot of like Gen Z's is like, on social media, there's a lot of work like behind the scenes. Like we don't have time for all of that extra shit. So it's like we hire cleaners, we hire nannies, we hire people to kind of do these things for us, because it's a luxury, but it's like necessary, if that makes sense, because we don't have time. Like it's just, and it causes unnecessary stress. So like anything that we can do to like take that off, we are, and we will. And it's like I feel like my mom like argues like, because I feel like she argues with me over that, because she had to, I'm not going to say struggle, but have all that pressure and like just keep it all together, like no matter like the stress and all of that being put on her body. And it's like, I hope I'm not sounding crazy by saying this, but I just feel like in Gen Z and, like in this era, it's like we have more help, and that's okay. It doesn't make you like a bad mom, or like doesn't mean that you're lazy and stuff. It's like, no, you clean up, and then you have somebody else to kind of, pick up for you and do all, kind of get that little, you know, the minor things. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know plenty of Gen Zs that literally hire nannies or hire cleaners to come clean their house. And it's like my mom, she enjoys cleaning, so she cleans it up, still doing it, and as she's getting older, and we're just like, why don't you hire someone to do that for you? Like, it doesn't have to be, because like she has a bad back and all of that, and that's her thing. It gives her peace. And I enjoy cleaning. I love to clean, but I don't want to be spending all of my days cleaning up. And I love my son, but like it just becomes so much on me. And I feel like this is so Gen Z of me, like complaining about this, because I have been doing my research on this, and it's like very interesting. But I've been seeing like something about like the employees, or like the employer doesn't want to employ the employees or whatever. I don't know if I said that right, but it's like, I guess companies or like restaurants or like whatever, they don't want to hire Gen Z workers. Or also I'm seeing like Gen Z workers like, I've been working like this many hours a week and this, and they're like crying, and they're like, I'm about to quit, like I can't do it. And then like I hear like people talking about this, like not making fun of them, but kind of, it's all the Gen X kind of just like being like, suck it up, like, because they're so used to it. But I definitely understand it. But definitely something that sparked this conversation was something that I was watching. Where is this? It's right here.
Guess I'm gonna need to be the one to explain to all of the 40-year-old people
When
and
I heard
above.
this,
You guys keep sending out these thumbs
so
up
true.
emojis, and they look more like this to the Gen X, Z, and millennials.
Literally.
We depict the thumbs up as a fuck you. It's rude.
Oh, the thumbs up controversy of Gen Z. Here I thought my generation had cornered the market on generational grievances. Yeah, here you are taking offense to the digital equivalent of a polite nod. Generations before had wars and recessions and the rise of boy bands to fuel their fury. But an emoji is what you're getting riled up about? This is the hill you're choosing?
Okay, like the Gen Z probably didn't have to get so mad and angry, but obviously I don't know her story, and like she obviously probably like somebody did that, and like they were already into it, and then she was like mad and then came to social media. I don't know. I'm like logically trying to figure out why in my head, but like she probably didn't have to like be mad and like say it like that, because that's why the Generation X. Oh my god. You guys just saw that on camera. I thought that this eyelash was a spider. This was my eyelash coming off of me. So that is fun and interesting. Hold on. Okay, we're back. But like I said, she was kind of aggressive with like how she's saying it, but I swear to God, that makes so much sense, because for some reason I'm like, God, like why do I feel so offended, or like why do I feel this energy from a fucking thumbs up? Like why? What is it? What is the problem? So, yeah, this just was funny to me.
called out everybody over the age of 40. Then lumped Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials all together like they're at some under-the-hill house party. Just so we're clear, over 40 spans all of Gen X and elder millennials. If we wanted to flip you off, trust me, we wouldn't dress it up like some cute little thumbs up. We're not about that passive-aggressive life. We like our aggression served straight up. If the middle finger's what we're aiming for, you're gonna get the real deal, not its polite cousin. The truth is, the only reason we use that emoji is because we're exhausted.
But
After 40, every unnecessary word feels like running a marathon. We can say good job or got it or please for the love of all that is holy make this conversation stop with one of these, then so be it. We've reached an age where our give a damn is busted. And honestly, we'd rather save our typing fingers for Googling things like how to talk to Gen Z without causing an existential crisis.
I'm not going to lie, that was very exhausting because it was so long. And I feel like that was probably so Gen Z of me. I don't know. That's going to become like a lore of mine. But yeah, like there really is a difference and like we really butt heads a lot. And I don't know, but I'm just happy that I don't have to feel guilty or bad. Like I'm happy that I'm having this like epiphany or like a realization like, look, she's Gen X. She was raised differently. You were raised differently. You're generational Z because she, you know, could give you the life that she couldn't. And, you know, you can't judge people, obviously. No one is the same. Everybody's different. But like in these categories like Gen Z, Gen X, it's just like I'm really seeing that. And now I don't have to feel guilty when I don't do things the way that my mom did them or does them. Because obviously you do want to be like a version of your mom, especially for the girls, like all the girls watching, you know, you love your mom, you look up to your mom. I mean, for the most part, right? You want to be independent. Like I wanted to be independent like my mom. I, you know, wanted to, you know, just be a boss like her as well. And there's certain things that I do look up to her for, but I'm also an individual and I am myself. And, you know, if you're watching this and, you know, you don't fold your clothes or put the dishes up exactly the way that your mom or your parents or your family does it, and they're kind of projecting onto you, just know that your way is okay too. And everybody has their own ways. It doesn't make you any less or any whatever, right? Like, I don't know. I would just always feel guilty because I don't do like the same, like I don't do it in the same way she would do it, but it still gets done, if that makes sense. But obviously, like, I want to know your guys's comments or like your thoughts on it. Like, how do you feel? Do you guys kind of have the same like dynamic with your mom? And I don't know. I just never truly like understood it. I just always thought that we didn't have the same taste. Like we just weren't alike. We didn't think the same. But now I know that we're just different. And sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes, what's the word that I'm trying to say? Subconsciously, because they don't realize that they're projecting onto you, you know, like their ways and all of that, because obviously they this is their first time doing life and this is their first time learning and they're wanting to teach you. But it's like, you know, you also can teach yourself or you also can be taught something different, and that's fine. You know, it's kind of like those parents that it's like they'll turn something away if they didn't teach you, you know. Even with like, you know, social media and things of that nature, like I was super always into YouTube and like Instagram, just the whole social media wave, electronics, all of that, digital devices. And like my mom kind of got into it a little bit, but like that just, it never was her thing. I mean, she's on Facebook all the time. She loves Facebook. And I feel like Facebook is a very Gen X thing, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I'm never on Facebook, and I don't think Facebook's ever going to have a comeback, if I'm being honest. It's just dead on there, and it is just for like a family thing to stay connected, and that's all I kind of view that as. But like, she's never truly been, it's so funny how I'm using her as an example, like a Gen X, because I mean, I am close with other like Gen X's and like my stepdad, his friends. It's just like, I see the difference, and it's crazy, and I don't know. And it's funny how how we get annoyed at each other, you know, it's like the butting heads and stuff, but they like never really truly got into like the arts and like social media. And so like when I wanted this like as a job, they just did not understand it, and they feel like it's not a real job, it's just like for fun, it's just like a hobby thing, you know. They want you to go to college and things of that nature, and like college dead. Like I did go to college for her, and I ended up just being super miserable, and I did end up getting pregnant. That kind of saved me. But yeah, I didn't want to go to college. I did not want to finish. I was in cosmetology, and I cut all my hair off. I was going through like a fucking midlife crisis. My car would be like breaking down at fucking red lights and shit. So embarrassing. And I was just super fucking broke. In college debt. I was just like, I really hated it. I did go to college. Like I did have a scholarship, but I dropped out I only had like 2 more semesters, and I dropped out, and I did have to like kind of, I don't know, pay some money, which was so annoying. But yeah, I really want to know your guys' comments. So like I said, let me know like what you guys think in the comments about this. And like there's the new generation, which is the alphas, which is like my son. Like God, I'm so worried for them. I'm so nervous to see where the future is going to go regarding that. But I think that it's going to be, there's going to be a whole bunch of astronauts and just super scientist kids in the future. I really do. Because where the world is going in technology, and yeah, kids are very advanced nowadays, especially when they're born. Super alert, super advanced. Like I have my little nephew Asher. He's just super smart, growing up super fast. Like I don't know, I'm truly seeing that. Definitely giving alpha, really really advanced. Okay, gosh, sitting here I get such a headache. I need to go put my air on. I'm hot right now. I'm about to like pass out, and these lights like are killing me. So I've been seeing like all this drama regarding like Beyonce, and like people, you know, saying there's a lot of speculation coming out right now about, you know, guys, I am tussling. I am fighting with this microphone audio footage. I needed this to finish out the rest of this video. I don't know where it went. I mean, I think it just deleted. I don't know where it went. I'm blaming myself, because literally starting this episode, there was no mic audio footage. So please just bear with me with the camera audio. Like, I'm super sorry. Please forgive me, okay? Please forgive me. I will get better at this shit, man. Her, like, people basically having to pay homage towards her, and like, you know, people talking about all these Grammys that she's gotten, and you know, the Kanye and the Taylor Swift drama and all of that. And this is kind of crazy, because I kind of noticed this like over the years, and I feel like it was super obvious back then. But I'm just like very observant, and I'm like paying attention to everything. I'm not just like watching a show. I'm like paying very close attention to details. And you know, ever since like, and I've just, you know, always kind of, I don't know, I've just always kind of seen it. And it's crazy like how people kind of do like kind of feel scared, and like they have to say something, or you know, like they have to pay homage. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy how all that's coming out right now. But I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I don't want to talk about it too much. You know, I don't want the beehive coming after me. Please don't come after me, because I do love Beyonce, but I just think it's kind of crazy. Like, do we think that it is a conspiracy, or like, did you guys peep it, or like, you know, what's kind of going on? Because now everybody's saying that Kanye basically was doing that to save Taylor Swift, because she was kind of, I don't know, was it her first one? I don't know, but she didn't like pay homage to Beyonce. So, you know, everybody was saying that he came in to do that to save the day, so she didn't get in trouble or something. I don't know, but let me know in the comments of like what you think, because yeah, I'm curious. Moving on to the next topic, I have been watching a lot of Netflix. Okay, I'm obsessed with Netflix right now. I just started watching The Lincoln Lawyer. He's super hot. I've met a man like that too, but he's super hot, and I forget like the nationality or whatever, but super seductive in this TV show. And it's very interesting. I love law, and like I said, I love paying attention to like details. I love like, you know, criminal movies and shows, and you know, yeah, seeing people get justice in good ways or in bad ways. It's very interesting. So I would check that out if I was you. And I just found out, like, I thought it was new, but there's a new season. There's 3 of them. So like, I am so happy. Like, I am about to literally just go ham and watch these back to back. Like, I'm gonna start watching them after I turn this camera off because I am so exhausted. I'm so tired, guys, and I'm gonna go to bed. But another one that everybody has been talking about, obviously, is the Mendez brothers. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Mendez. I don't fucking know. But that was very interesting. I watched both of them. Okay? I do not like shows like that. It was very hard for me to watch because I have a son, and like, it's really gonna be on the dance floor, you know? I just had a hard time watching that. It really pissed me off, honestly. And I'm happy to see that Kim Kardashian is trying to get them out now. But I do believe that they should be able to get out, because I do believe what they went through as kids, like with the cinnamon and all of that, like, disgusting. Like, I would never, like, I honestly agree with everyone. It's just as far as they're better off gone, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, all the family came out and they all said that they seen the signs as far as in the family and the dynamic and all of that. I feel like they're better off being 6 feet under. Just my personal opinion, because I have rage about being SA'd and like kids and all of that. Absolutely not. So that is just so horrible. That is completely horrible, and it's horrifying to have watched that. It's very traumatizing for me to have watched that, because I can't get that out of my head, and I genuinely feel so bad for them, and I hope that they do get out. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, and it's so Gen Z of like everybody bringing it back up and like really wanting for a lawyer to step up to the plate and like fight for this man, you know, because I mean, if OJ got away with that, and everybody is speculating that like he really did that, so, you know, but yeah, that was very traumatic, and I hope that they kind of do get out and are kind of set free, because they've been locked up for a long time. I mean, they're not really giving, even if they are giving sociopath or whatever, I don't know, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like they would be a menace to society. I don't think that they would go out and kill somebody else. I don't. But just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments as well of like what you guys think. Did you guys watch? It was fucking sick, right? Super sick. I have recently, you know, really been wanting to step up my quality. I don't know if you guys can tell by this video, but I have a new lens. Such a great purchase. So happy that I got this. And like for my music videos and like upcoming projects that I am wanting to do, I also want to film like a new intro. That's like kind of been like, you know, my goal, because I really want to make this channel as professional as possible. And if you're watching this and you are a builder upper, you know, starter of a company, whatever, sometimes it's just you. Like, if it's just you, invest, okay? Because You don't need a big ass corporation behind you. Like, you can do these things yourself. Lani is here to give you that independence, give you that inspo, okay? Give you that good juju to go ahead and just go ahead and start that builder upper self-starter, all right? Because you see me doing it, and it takes time, it takes grinding, but it's possible. So I'm really excited that I can, you know, kind of uplift the quality of my channel. And so I got the lens, super excited about that. And I have been downloading software, Adobe Effects, Adobe Tub, Adobe Tube, Adobe this, Adobe that. My head is hurting. I have a migraine, guys. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to use After Effects right now. I downloaded it. It is amazing. Like, it's everything that I need for like shooting the music videos, because I've been getting so many like ideas for these visual arts and these music videos. So I've been all day today trying to figure out this. I've been watching tutorials, and like, I'm gonna figure it out slowly but surely, okay? So give me some time, and these videos are gonna be super high quality, super dope effects and all of that. I am so excited, like, for real. I mean, this is like what I live for. I actually really enjoy the editing process of it all. So I needed to get the best of the best, and I did, and we're happy about it. What's the time looking like? And I made a new like little intro for the podcast, and we're gonna stick with this one for right now, okay? But it's like not like a like with me like video like intro. It's a video intro, but it's just like kind of just more like in text form intro, you know? So I really do like it, and I'm excited for it to be a part of the family now, and for it to stick for a little while, because like I said, I'm trying to build it up, you know? So it's gonna take time. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna change my mind. That's the beautiful thing about life. Nothing is set in stone. If you want to change your mind, you can do it at any point in time, okay?
Engineer at Amazon, and I learned how to code on Udemy.
Jean Twaney, I've always been such a fan of yours, and now you have a new book out called Generations. This follows Generation Me and iGen, as well as a number of articles about generational trends. What got you interested in studying generations in the first place?
So I was an undergraduate, working on my college honors thesis, and I was interested in gender, and so I gave 10 years ago, and that has all these downstream effects.
So I was listening to this video, and I really want you guys to listen to just these couple clips of Gen Z, and just how, you know, Gen Z is really facing a lot of like mental health and depression, like kind of crisis. This video was filmed a year ago, but definitely accurate, like that makes sense. And this is good to like, you know, get information on, because it gives you insight, and it kind of, sometimes you don't know what's going on, you know, or you don't understand. I mean, well, for me, I know I didn't, but I don't know.
Found before that, so narcissism, that includes entitlement, and that had increased among college students between the early 80s and the mid 2000s, so around 2007. But then things turned around with the Great Recession, and then with more ubiquitous social media, it actually went down. So it's a curve. So the biggest issue today is depression. That's the adolescent mental health crisis is by far, I think, the biggest problem that is facing Gen Z, because it's not just adolescents anymore, it's also young adults who are much more likely to be clinically depressed now than, say, 10 years ago. And that has all these downstream effects too. And even if we don't think about that, this is a huge, huge problem, that we have twice as many young adults, twice as many teens who are depressed.
And the numbers are really scary, aren't they? Not only depressed, but the number of teenagers, particularly teenage girls, who have taken their own lives or have attempted, haven't they?
Yeah, so the CDC data came out on that recently that big increases in teens thinking about suicide have.
You know, which is very sad, and it's just like unfortunate, and I'm not trying to make like every video, you know, like about this, but this is like a real thing that's happening and going on in the world. And that's why, like, you know, Lani's here. I'm your big sister. I'm here to give you a hug. I love you. I am here for you, and you're not alone, and you guys are more than safe and more than welcome to leave comments and, you know, help each other in the comments. Help me help you get through stuff. Help each other get through stuff, you know, because nobody's alone. But it is crazy how, you know, like Gen Z generation, more kids and young adults are very depressed and very having these thoughts, you know. So I don't know, that just makes a lot of sense too. But it's like, where is this coming from? Well, like obviously probably like social media, and saying like how we are so addicted to our phones. And I definitely, like, I am addicted to my phone, and it's so bad. And it's crazy because as Gen Z, I do think that everyone is addicted to their phone, because like in all reality people are. But like, and I think that it's even like scientifically like proven. Stop. No, sorry, my cat is like always trying to ruin my couch with his nails. But like probably Gen X, people who are in their 40s, they probably are not as addicted like to their phone, which is crazy. Like they probably are not checking their phone or on their phone 24/7, which is just crazy. Because I mean, I'm on social media, but like I'm on my phone a lot because of it. So it's just like crazy for me to think like the difference is just like, ugh, I cannot. Why is Gen Z so more open and willing to talk about gender and sexuality, which is crazy because we do see that a lot.
In your book, more Gen Zs are more likely than older generation to say there are more than two genders. More than 5% Gen Zers are transgender or non-binary. 20 times more Gen Zers identify as transgender than boomers. 4 times more young adults identified as transgender in 2021 than in 2014. So I'm curious because I think a lot of people ask the question, are there more transgender people now than there ever were? Or is it just safer to talk about being transgender? And I wonder what your research found.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and you know, I think we really don't know. These changes have happened pretty recently. A lot of that increase happened just between 2020 and 2021, and that is certainly one theory. There's so much more acceptance now for transgender people that might be why people are more willing to, on an anonymous survey, say that they're transgender. But you know, it is an anonymous survey. These are surveys that are done often by the CDC, and they're...
So, with us being more open with our sexuality and things of that nature, I definitely do think, you know, Gen X probably was kind of more in the closet, or like didn't feel more comfortable enough to be who they truly were. And like, and I definitely kind of, I'm not, because I'm using my mom as an example, but like I kind of do see that, because there's certain things, you know, that as humans we are a certain way at the house, and then in public or in front of others. Now, like depending, like for job or whatever, like yes, professional. But if it's just like a more chill or just like, you know, normal day setting, it's like people act certain ways behind closed doors, but then like when they're around other people, it's kind of giving like that phone voice, how your voice changes. Like when you get on the phone, it's like your professional voice, right? It was very good. It was very intriguing. I learned a lot, and it was very interesting for me, because as I'm getting older, these are things that I'm becoming more aware of, obviously. But it's good to know. It's really good to know. But yeah, I feel like I got 51 minutes. I feel like this was the podcast, guys. I wish it was more interesting, but these episodes have been kind of dry. but Wednesday's episode will not be, hopefully. I mean, honestly, it might be. I don't really have much going on. I'm really grasping at straws here, but everything that is coming up is coming up, and so like, yeah, we're just chilling right now. I'm trying to find things to talk about and things that I want to say. Obviously, God has been placing a lot of things on my heart to talk about, and I just don't know if I'm ready. I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to open those can of worms right now. It's just not something I want to do. So it's just like, yeah, I mean, these are open thoughts with Lani, alright? But I'm kind of bringing you guys along with me, like, behind the, like, scenes, as far as sometimes I don't know what the fuck to, like, talk about, you know? And I have to be careful about what I talk about as well, so it's kind of hard. But I do want these videos to be, like, informational, and I want them to be eye-opening and mind-opening and helpful for somebody out there. So I hope that, you know, you guys get something from these videos, and that you don't mind just sometimes shooting the shit with me, because sometimes it's gonna be like that. But yeah, I'm super exhausted, guys. I have a headache. Like, these lights are killing me right now. They're killing me. But I also feel like too, I just be like hard on myself. Like, I get 45 close to an hour videos. Like, I talk about what I can. That's fine, just as long as I'm consistent and that I upload. That's all that fucking matters. I don't know why I'm like basically having to give myself a fucking pep talk right now, but my kitty's right here just looking at me and like blinking his eyes so slowly and going to sleep because he's so sleepy. But I love you guys so much, and I feel like a fucking Victoria's Secret model wearing this robe on here. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next spooky episode. Maybe I can bring Miranda on. I don't know. I really would like want her to come on for the Halloween episode, but I don't know. We will see. We will see. But I love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. You know how I get. I be in my bag. He come looking for me. I'm where the money at.